If you're struggling cooking eggs, I'm 50 years in of doing this cooking. I've messed up a lot of eggs. I'm gonna ruin these 5 eggs right here because I'm gonna show you what's wrong and I'll show you how to do it right at the very end. So stick around, let's get cooking. Egg number 1, ready to go in the pan. I have this pan on low. I didn't preheat it. I didn't put any oil in it other than the oil that was on the pan after I cleaned it. So let's see what happens on this one. So we're a few minutes in, you can see we have a cold spot on the pan. This side's not cooking at all. That's hardly doing anything, so we'll give her a little spin, but this is not going to work out very good. I can just tell you right now, this is a bad move, because that is really stuck. Not terrible, but it is stuck. It's going to take forever. If you go with this cooking method on your eggs, you're gonna starve, or your friends and family's gonna starve, because it's gonna take you like 4 hours to cook 4 eggs. One of them things that's happened over 50 years of cooking eggs, so I wanted to share it. This egg might never get done. See how it's sticking? We got a big old mess here. Let's see if we can save the day somehow. Yep, see? Stuck to the bottom and cracked. That is how you don't cook an egg in a skillet. Let me get this cleaned up and let's go on to the next one. All right, this next egg is gonna go on a medium-high heat. This is gonna be a disaster. Took many years to figure out it can't be too hot in your pan, so let's go ahead and crack this egg. And I cracked the yolk, but that's okay. I just put a smidge of oil in there. You can use the oil you're liking. I happen to have grapeseed oil. We'll just put, you can see that pan starting to smoke some. That's not gonna be good. We'll even move it around for good measure. Now you can see this pan is smoking hot. Listen to that. I mean, look at that thing. Too high of heat, already getting burned around the edges. This is not how you cook an egg. Now, granted, it probably won't stick well. I'll take that back. Look at that, it's even sticking, but nothing ever sticks. Look, we're burned. Boy, this is a really bad one. Too high heat. That's what happens. Now we got scorched eggs, and we're gonna turn this all the way off. Man, we got a mess there. Have you ever had that happen? Too high heat, really bad. That's number 2. They even get a little stickage. I never get stickage. Stickage? Is that a word? All right, let me let this cool down. You don't want to put ice cold water in a cast iron skillet. You can get that thermal deal happen. It might crack your pan. So I'm gonna let this cool down, clean it up, and let's move on to egg number 3. We're gonna overcook this one. So let's get underway. Okay, again, we're just gonna put a little grapeseed oil on there because that's what I'm using today. We'll just put some in here. Move that around some. So I have the cast iron skillet, kind of a little more towards medium than I normally use, but we're gonna overcook this egg and show you what happens when you do that. Now let's put this egg in here. So as you can probably see, I'm already getting a little bit of burn on the edge here because I have the pan pretty hot. Show you what happens when you overcook an egg. So you can see it's not really sticking to the pan. It is coming loose. So we're gonna overcook this one. So you can see most of the white is already cooked. See the yolk's kind of bubbling there. So let's just give her the flip. And as you can see, I kind of flipped it hard. We got it overdone. Not the way we like. See the burned edges? You don't want to leave your eggs on there too long. It's all about the temperature of the pan. You can see, if you like them over hard, that's the way you would cook them, but that's not my way of cooking eggs. So that's an overcooked egg. We don't want overcooked eggs. That's not the way we enjoy them. So just wanted to show you how not to overcook an egg. All right, the final egg. I cooked a couple other ones too. You'll probably see them in the video, but I'm gonna cook one the right way. So let's get this egg going. Okay, we got that egg cracked, and let's put a little bit of oil in there, and then the thing I like to do to make the perfect egg, just a little bit of butter. I don't know, that's probably half a tablespoon of butter. So we'll put a little bit of the grapeseed oil in here. So I had my pan on medium. I turned it down to low medium. We're going to put a little grapeseed oil in here and a pat of butter. And that's what you want right there. Butter's melting, but not too rapidly. We can get the whole thing oiled up. Now you can use any kind of fat you want. You want to use bacon grease, you want to use a different type of oil, you want to just use butter. I kind of like the combination. I think it prevents your eggs from sticking to your cast iron. We'll let that melt and we'll get the egg in there. So let's do the perfect egg. We got that cast iron skillet. It was on medium, so the whole thing gets warmed up good. Turned it down closer to the low side. And we're going to put this egg in there. So let's just dump this egg right in here. Just a little bubble, nothing excessive. And the thing you want to do with this egg is just let it sit a while. You don't want to start messing around and moving it around. You'll mess it all up. Just let it cook. It'll release itself. And I usually just tilt the pan a few times till I see it come loose. And see it starting to come loose. It's moving, it's moving. And that's all you have to do. Now once that white part gets about done, you might have one little place. You got to give it a little love push. Look at that. It's just a sliding around. That is how you cook an egg. And you just want to get under that yolk and gently flip it over and look at that beauty. One thing I like about this spatula, we'll get under that egg. We might have to give her a little help by tipping the pans, what I usually do, and get directly under that. And with this spatula, you can kind of drain some of that fat that you used to cook it. Look at that perfect egg. Every time. And that, my friends, is the perfect egg. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Look at that thing. Over easy. No burns around the edges. It's in perfect shape. That's the way you want to cook an egg. So in summary, the trick is heat that skillet up on medium, turn it down towards the low side, your fat of choice, make sure you have the whole pan covered, and you'll cook a perfect egg. So I hope you enjoyed this video and me screwing up 5 eggs before I did the final one the correct way. And as always, if you enjoy my video, you might want to just smash that subscribe button, hit a like, make a couple comments. Let me know if you tried out my tricks on eggs, because I'd appreciate knowing if this worked out for you. It took me 50 years to figure this stuff out, so why not share it with all you all? You all have a great day. Thanks again for watching.